So I get asked a lot, how did you start your podcast? Where do I begin? How can I start a podcast? Well, if you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. First of all, it's free. You know, I'm down with the free. There's a creation tool that allows you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. Like, ain't nobody listening yet and you making money. How dope is that? It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So what are you waiting on? Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Welcome back, guys, to the Coins and Connections podcast. This is your girl, Cinquanta Cox-Smith, and we are going to continue to explore all things books, business, and bullshit. Let's get into today's episode. All right, so today we are going to get into the book hustle. I'm going to talk about books, being an author, being a writer, and how to create numerous streams from that one title. So this is for all my writers out there. Whether you are a published author, a ghostwriter, a blog content writer, a copy editor, an editor, this is all for you. So before we get into my list, I want to tell you about my book, How to Self-Publish for Under $100. It is available online via ebook, paperback, and audiobook. So you can grab the paperback book and you can listen while you work through it, or you can have the ebook and listen to the audiobook, etc. However you want to do it, just grab the book. So in my book, I have worksheets to help you stay organized while planning out your book, keeping your resources in one place. I also wrote this book from a perspective of someone who wants to publish and doesn't know where to start. So if you hear a motorcycle in the background, yeah, it's around lunchtime. Someone's riding by. But because at one point I was in your shoes of, oh my gosh, how do I get this book out there? How do I publish it? How do I get a cover? Who's going to edit my book? Design, all of these questions. These are the things that I answer in the book, and it's exactly what you need to start your journey as a published author, a writer, a ghostwriter, etc. So I was in your shoes. I had no fucking clue what to do until one day it clicked and I saw something. I did my research and the rest is history. So also in the book, I give pros and cons. I give a breakdown of lots of tools, mainly free, and I throw in some paid because some people have a bigger budget than $100. But my focus was on $0 to $100 for the average typical person who may be working a full-time job and don't have that extra funds to put towards publishing a book. So all of this is there. Again, the book is called How to Self-Publish for Under $100. So I'm going to create a list of things that you can do as an author or writer to add additional income to your writing career. So there's probably going to be about 10 things here because I don't want you to get overwhelmed. So number one, I hope you got your pen and pencil. So formatting books, formatting ebooks and paperbacks. So you can do this if you are good at designing, making books look beautiful in the inside. With paperbacks, you have a little bit more leniency with this. You can do creative chapter numbers, drop cap, paragraphs, etc. You can add little pictures. There's just so many ways you can go with this. Ebooks, I found that if you have like an interactive template with a clickable table of contents, you are a winner. That is amazing. So in the past, I have offered formatting services, but then I realized that I kind of only like formatting books for myself and not other people. But I did dibble and dabble in that. So my second one is my favorite because originally I started vlogging on YouTube, but I also always do reviews. I do unboxings. I talk about my books. But because you can now, like, technology is amazing. You can get mics, you can record your screen and teach a tutorial and show people exactly what to do. So I have been doing my journal tutorials, and I have been giving feedback on stuff about create space and KDP merging. I've just been sharing knowledge with so many people, and they've received it so well. And of course, when you get to a certain amount of watch hours on YouTube, you can monetize your channel and you can get paid, which I have done in the past. So that is another option. Number 3. So this is my favorite right now because it's bringing in the bulk of my book income. Creating journals on KDP, no content and low content journals. So when I say no content, I mean just blank line sheets, regular ass line paper with a beautiful cover. Sells really well. Also, low content books could be a prayer journal, guided prompts. It could be a to-do list, etc. Whatever you want. And if you want to learn more about this, just visit bit.ly bit.ly/easy money starter pack, and you can go ahead and join the journal craze with everyone else. So number 4, designing covers. So if you have that little itch that you need to scratch, and it's like graphics, you're a good drawer, painter, illustrator, whatever, you can design covers for urban authors, etc. Just all kind of different authors, and that can be a business, creating covers. Some people have gotten a little smart nowadays and they're designing their own covers, and that works too. But for the people who are not as tech savvy with graphics, you could be that person that fills that gap. Okay, so number 5, this is something that I have been avoiding, but people keep pulling me in, and apparently it's God's calling over my life to continue to serve. So consulting and coaching. So if you are a copy editor, you can do consultations and basically do a review of someone's website and basically kind of tell them what you can offer them. You can get paid for that. You can do coaching. You can coach writers. You can coach authors how to make their stories come alive. If you just have that, you know, if you're a grammar police, this is like a great thing for you. To help authors tell their stories more effectively, even help maybe with public speaking. Number 6, I haven't dabbled in this, but I've thought about it. So it's a publishing company. So if you wanted to go ahead and start to sign authors, you know, there will be contracts involved, etc. So you would have to do your research on how to start a publishing company. But if you've had success, why can't you grab a new author, someone who's looking to publish, take them under your wing and make them a success just like you? So number 7, this is one of the easy ones. Write a book about publishing. So if you're an author and you've self-published and you've helped other people, or you feel that you know a lot about it, write a quick ebook. Throw it up on Amazon. You already know how to do it. You already know how to write a book. So write a quick ebook. You can either sell it on your website or you can sell it on Amazon. That's all up to you. So number 8, start a podcast. There's always people looking to hear different points of view, and just like audiobooks, podcasts are freaking turning the world around. I started this podcast here because I listen to podcasts. So this was a year and some change in the work. So starting a podcast is as easy as using your phone. So number 9, upload your audiobook. I tell you guys that I did this at the beginning of the year. I uploaded 3 audiobooks. Super easy. I've been making sales there. That's another stream of income. The website is acx.com and it uploads to Audible. It just brings in new readers. I have been listening to a lot of new books of authors I've never heard of, but because they have an audiobook, I'm all in. I have a struggle now to read an actual damn book because I just want to listen to it. Listening to an audiobooks help me to continue to do whatever I need to do around the house. Okay, so number 10, my favorite, attend events. So I've been to 2 events at the library here in Virginia so far. So check with your local library, check with vendor groups on Facebook to see how you can vend and set up and introduce people to who you are. I have these cute little 4x6 copies of my fiction books. You know, I have like 3 chapters of each story inside just to give them an introduction of my fiction books. So these are all great resources to add extra income to your monthly deposit. All of these things may not be right for you, but you won't know until you try. So I'm going to go down that list one more time. Number 1, formatting books, ebooks, and paperbacks. Number 2, YouTube tutorials. Number 3, create journals, no content and low content. Number 4, design covers. Number 5, consultant and coaching. Number 6, publishing company. Number 7, write a book about publishing. Number 8, start a podcast. Number 9, upload your audiobook. And number 10, attend events. So there's one last thing that I will like to discuss with you guys real quick. So here is my bonus tip for today, writing to market. So some of the genres I've had success with and that I've seen that is very popular nowadays are erotica, poetry, urban fiction, Christian fiction, young adult fiction, military romance, and paranormal romance. So these are a few different ways that you can gain an audience quick by either using a pen name or just constantly promoting it and go where the fan base is if you want to write to market and just make money that way. So I know there are people who get people to write the stories. They hire them off of Upwork or wherever, and then they just reap the benefits of the success of the books. But that is completely up to you. Also, if you need help starting or finding your way, you can always schedule a consultation with me for $25. That's 30 minutes of my time dedicated to you and only you. You can schedule that at bit.ly/books business consultation, and I'll have all of these links in the description box of this episode. You can also email me with any questions or anything that you want me to answer on the podcast at hello@coinsandconnections.com. Visit both of our websites, coinsandconnections.com and Cox-Smith.com. It has been my pleasure today to talk to you about the book hustle, and I will see you guys in the next episode. I love you more than I love this vlog. Well, it's not a vlog. It's a podcast. Peace.